today. I have a couple of quick things I'd like to share. The first is this 6x6 mixed media piece that I did using all stamps from the Greeting Farm. And actually a few weeks ago I was contacted by the owner of the Greeting Farm, and she had asked me if I would be interested in doing some mixed media work for them, and I was very flattered. But they have some new products coming out that are going to be geared towards mixed media. So they aren't out yet, but I think it's very exciting because I love to do mixed media work, that they're coming out with these products. But I put this together using two different stamp sets from a couple of the 2010 collections that they have, and the one was the Spotlight collection. And these are great for mixed media because they have texture stamps in the sets, and some stamps that you can really use in a variety of ways. So I found them extremely easy to work with, and this is the Sunshine set, and I think I used about half of the stamps on here. On this piece I used 11 of the different stamps. But one of the things that's just really fabulous about the Greeting Farm stamps, and especially using them with different types of media other than ink, is that their stamps are everyone is familiar with the red rubber stamps that they have, but they're cut so deeply that they really work well with things like acrylic paint. And when you cover them with paint and stamp with them, you still get really a fairly crisp image even though you're using paint because they're cut so deeply. Whereas, sometimes other stamps, when you stamp with paint, you really can't see clearly what the image is. And, oh, excuse my cat and dog chasing each other. With these, you can see in the background here, I used the Sand, Sun, and Tons of Fun and stamped that with acrylic paint, and you can really see it nice and clearly. So, I love that. And so what I did with this is I used canvas paper, and you can just get this at your local store, and I backed the canvas paper to heavyweight chipboard, and this is just a really inexpensive, great way to put down mixed media work. So I can cover this now and use this as a book cover or an album cover. You could even use it for a card if you wanted to. And but the canvas paper in the background here, I used gelatos to add the color, and it just takes the color very well. You could use, lots of things like a deep edge canvas, but if you really want to play around with different mixed media tools, and you want to just, try stuff out, the canvas paper is a great way to do that. So I used several of the stamps to cut out images, so like the arrows and the dragonfly and the flowers. Just stamp those onto pattern paper, and like with the arrows I used paint to stamp on top of the pattern paper and then added some glitter on top of that, and it really gives it some nice dimension. And so cut those out. I used one of the stamps to just stamp some additional flowers down here and stamp the word sunshine. And I used some gesso and one of the smaller flower stamps to stamp these flowers around the edges, and added some washi tape. And then I paper pieced her bathing suit as well as her hair. And her hair I stamped onto pattern paper, cut that out, and then used my Copics to color her hair. And I absolutely love the way that her hair came out with the pattern paper kind of shining through from behind. So let me see, sealed everything with Mod Podge, and then used some white gel pen and black permanent pen, as well as some rub-ons to add some other elements of texture. But tons of fun to create. So that's that one. And I also have some still shots and some additional details about the products I used on my blog, which is myboobike101.blogspot.com, so if you want to check that out. And then here's another just real quick project I did. This was using a cork coaster, and again just laid down some different media in the background, acrylic paints and inks, and used some stencils. Sorry for the glare there. And then I used the Gracie stamp on some shrink plastic and cut those out and added those images, as well as these circles and the little hearts I cut out of foil and back to some paper and colored those, as well as the other piece. Did a lot of coloring, adding additional color with the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pens. So like all these flowers in the background, I would go back and added color, and even on top of the yellow polka dot paper, added additional yellow color in there, and around this layering of the words. It just really helps give it a pop when you add the Faber-Castell pens. And did the same thing here. Went back and did a lot of coloring of all these different little paper pieces with the Faber-Castell pens. And added some wire. I wove some wire in and out, and then adhered some paper and some, these were just chipboard circles that I cut out, and I added some enamel embossing powder around the edges to finish those off. So that's all I have for right now. Like I said, I'm very excited about the new products that the Greeting Farm has coming out, so when those are out, I will be sure to tell you about them. If you have any questions, let me know, and hope everyone has a great evening. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.